On November 13, 1974, the peaceful suburban town of Amityville, New York was shattered by a brutal crime. In the early hours of that morning, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family, his parents and 4 siblings, as they slept in their home at 112 Ocean Avenue. DeFeo claimed he heard voices telling him to commit the murders, and the horror that unfolded in that house would soon become one of the most notorious haunted house stories in American history. A little over a year later, in December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, moved into the same house, unaware of the sinister events that had taken place within its walls. The house, with its iconic Dutch colonial style, seemed perfect for the family, spacious with a pool and a boathouse on the canal. The Lutzes bought it for a bargain price, a fraction of its true value due to the DeFeo murders. However, their dream home quickly turned into a nightmare. From the very first day, the Lutz family claimed to experience strange and unsettling phenomena. Cold spots would appear in rooms, regardless of the heating system. The temperature would drop drastically in certain areas of the house, and no explanation could be found. As days passed, the activity became more disturbing. Kathy Lutz began having vivid nightmares about the murders, seeing the DeFeo family's bodies lying in their beds covered in blood. Strange odors began to fill the house, the stench of decay and sulfur permeating the air. Yet there were no obvious sources for the foul smells. George Lutz, who had never been a particularly religious man, found himself becoming increasingly obsessed with the house. He would wake up every night at exactly 3:15 a.m., the same time the DeFeo murders had occurred. He would then wander the house, hearing strange noises coming from the basement and the walls. Desperate, the Lutzes contacted a priest to bless the home. However, the priest claimed that as soon as he entered one of the upstairs bedrooms, a booming voice ordered him to get out. He left, shaken, warning the family that something evil lingered in the house. The final straw came when the Lutz family began to experience violent physical attacks. Kathy was scratched by unseen hands, leaving deep red welts on her skin. George would feel a heavy presence pressing down on him, choking him in his sleep. Terrified and exhausted, the Lutz family fled the house after just 28 days, leaving behind all their belongings. The story of the Amityville Horror spread quickly, capturing the public's imagination. Some believed the Lutz's account of the paranormal events, while others remained skeptical, claiming the story was a hoax designed to make money. In fact, some suggested that George Lutz had ties to the occult and that he had somehow invited the dark forces into the home. In the years since, numerous books, documentaries, and films have been made about the Amityville Horror, further cementing its place in American folklore. The house has changed owners several times since the Lutzes fled, and while no other residents have reported the extreme activity the Lutzes described, the legend of 112 Ocean Avenue continues to fascinate and terrify. To this day, the true nature of what happened to the Lutz family remains a mystery. Was it an elaborate hoax, or were they truly haunted by the restless spirits of the DeFeo family and something far darker? Whatever the truth may be, the Amityville Horror remains one of the most famous and chilling haunted house stories of all time. A reminder that some homes carry a darkness that refuses to be explained away.